older, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they take him down right along the 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert from the gun. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Herbert to throw once more. Flush down now to his left. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. He's on the move. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, Jackson shakes himself. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
1st and 10, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Dump off caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Bateman, the motion man left. Lamar off the play fake. Escapes out to the left. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Chargers take possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 37. Escapes the pocket. Thrown on the run, deep down that left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Now it's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Whew, I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Henry. They'll cobble together a yard there. It's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the move, headed right. Bouncing football, and it's scooped up by the Chargers.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field, but unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
It's his running back, and he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. That one gains 7. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Give now to the running back. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Finds McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. They kick the running back in motion. He finds McConkey. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers hoping to grow their lead before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. We'll have the first down and even more. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. Space past the 35. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finding Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Herbert from the gun. Johnston brings it in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Herbert again. Rolling left, buying some time. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. He's going deep down this side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. Working quickly here. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st down, Jackson gets this to Bateman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 43. He'll get this to Henry. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. They got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Now motion him out of the backfield. Third and long for him here. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He breaks the tackle, and he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Conklin brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play exchange.
From a great...
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.